What's up, Crinkle Crew? CrinkleChips back. We're going to be playing a new one today. This is called This Is the Police. This is the first one. The second one just came out like 2 months ago, I think. And yeah, I haven't watched too much of either, but I know a little bit about it. So we're just going to jump right in here. This is the first time I've been recording anything in a while. My last record or recording was RimWorld episode 26, and then RimWorld updated, so I can't record anymore right now. I gotta wait for the mods to catch up, so I'm gonna jump on this. I've been wanting to play this anyway for a while, so this works out pretty well. And let's see. Basically, all I know is I'm a police chief for this place. I guess it's Freeburg. Is that what it's called? Yeah, looks like it. Yeah. So here's a headline: City Hall confirms rumors of Jack Boyd's resignation. I believe I'm Jack Boyd. July 15th, Monday. Mark War 2 to be shown in Freeburg the day before the worldwide premiere by the mayor's personal request. The must be movie, and then Mayor Roger Sex Maniac? Question mark.
When I was a kid, my father sometimes told me at bedtime that if I closed my eyes and didn't open them for a long time, all the demons would blow away. Yesterday I turned 60, but I still take his advice. Not because I'm sentimental or want to keep the memory of my father alive. I just can't think of a better solution. To get away from all the demons that haunt Freeburg, I'd need to wear a blindfold 24/7. Plus, it's a good idea to act blind when talking to reporters. At least that's what my colleagues say. They're afraid of press conferences. But for me, it's more like a confessional. No matter what lies you tell, you're privately thinking the honest answers. It helps me remember who I am. The fact that I'll be reading all about it in the papers tomorrow is a small price to pay. Call it penance for the preacher. This is the first time I'm afraid of those answers my mind has given me. Not because I'm mad I'm losing my job. Though it's true, I'm mad as hell. Not because I subconsciously blame everyone else. Though I damn sure do blame them. And don't even ask me what my next move is. I can't imagine. But even that doesn't scare me. The worst thing is, I know I'm gonna have to do something. And I'll be damned if I know how far I'll go. I may have a lot of vices, but predictability isn't one of them. I learned a long time ago how to drive away the swarming demons. But what do you do when they're trying to rip your soul from your skin? Shutting my eyes tight as I can. The best solution remains the same: play blind. I just hope the reporters think I was blinded by the camera flash.
Oh, this is me. Good morning. Yesterday, the mayor's office officially announced your resignation. Did this come as a surprise, or did you know about it in advance? I don't know. I'm not sure. What's the difference? What does it matter? What does it matter whether it came as a surprise? My business is my own. Do you already know the name of your successor? No. Of course not. I don't think the mayor's office knows who it is either. I don't know if any of this is true. After the recent corruption scandal, your deputy, Francis Kendrick, said he was looking forward to resigning. If the mayor offered him your position, would that change his mind? I'd be happy, I'm guessing. It's hard to say, but I can't think of a more deserving candidate than Captain Kendrick. Even though he's acquitted, may still believe that the police are cooperating with the mafia. Do you have anything to say about this? No comment. Usually I'd prefer to answer our questions, but in this situation, I gotta say no comment. I wish there was just a no on there. Do you think your personal relationship with the mayor could be the reason behind your retirement? Probably, right? Definitely. Of course, it's the reason personal relations are always important no matter what anyone says. Thank you. That's all. That's all you got? That was a pretty easy press conference. Probably some bad
How's the back
answers.
today, Mr. Boyd?
Same as usual.
How did the press conference go?
You can read about it in the newspapers tomorrow. Don't let anyone in.
Even Mr. Kendrick?
Especially Mr. Kendrick.
Ooh, I guess I don't like my little deputy buddy. Uh-oh.
As soon as I heard the door creak, I knew what face I'd see. When I tell Emma not to let anyone in, there's only one man it could be. Rude, arrogant, no warning. That's Mayor Rogers in a nutshell. White summer shoes, white socks, white shorts, white polo shirt, and the white smile of a hungry shark. Mayor Rogers enters every room like he owns the place. Even the floorboards under his feet sound like they're creaking an apology. He never shied away from the odd corruption scheme. It's like the devil walks behind him. In the movies, the villains controlling the city play golf with the judges. Rogers plays tennis with them instead.
I was gonna say
That's
he's dressed
about
for
the
tennis.
only difference.
Jack, I was hoping to catch you after the press conference. You ran away so quick.
There's no smoking at City Hall. No reason for me to hang around.
Well, this morning I signed a ban on smoking in all public buildings. Soon you won't be able to smoke here either.
Soon enough, I won't be here at all.
That's what I wanted to talk to you about. The people of this city like you, Jack. The police chief of all people. Don't betray that, Jack. Don't get wrapped up in any schemes. Sit nice and quiet for the next 180 days, and you'll be remembered as a hero. That's the only thing that you still have left. Be the hero.
Then how am I supposed to scrape together a retirement fund?
You had a million chances to secure a luxury pension, one that even I would have envied, although I've never set aside any money for myself. I'm not planning to retire anytime soon.
Oh,
180 days of quiet, Jack. That's all I need. I don't have any problems with you, and you won't have any problems with me. I have a new assistant, Troy Starr. If you have something to tell me, call him. But try not to bother him. He's a busy man.
I'll do my best.
And quit smoking up the office. One of my friends will be using it soon.
Okay.
I'm sorry, babe. Only the mayor has this number. Mr. Mayor?
Yeah, is this Troy Starr?
Yes?
Go fuck yourself, Troy Starr.
Aw. Didn't mean to cockblock you, Troy. So mayor's kind of forcing retirement on him. Wonder why. So civil servants' wages won't be raised this year, okay? Head of culture department owns villa in Italy. Okay. Jack Boyd, my retirement is my own business. Work. Not a very well-paid police chief, apparently.
Cops don't use the police station cafeteria anymore. There's some kind of stigma against sitting shoulder to shoulder with your partners. Everybody just takes snacks from the machines or grabs a meal and hammers it down in the corner like a vulture on a corpse. The main thing? Don't look into anyone's eyes. Could be construed as an invitation to sit together. The only people eaten here are ghosts. My deputy, Francis Kendrick. He recently became one of those ghosts. The subject of one of the most devastating corruption scandals in the history of Freeburg. No evidence to support the accusations, but everyone knows Kendrick's days are numbered. I need that file I asked for. Needs to be ready tonight. Francis didn't say anything, but I understood. Ghosts aren't supposed to talk. Besides, I got a feeling he was already finished.
Would you like to receive tips? Show me what you got. Freeburg Police Department organizes upcoming work assignments into shifts for today and tomorrow. Every shift, officers respond to crimes in progress and detectives continue their investigations. You can freely move employees between shifts. All officers and detectives possess several important characteristics. Professionalism, which is the star right there. I know a little bit about this. Shows the overall efficiency of your policeman. A figure around 150 is considered average. Any policeman who falls short of this mark is not entirely reliable, while those whose professionalism is considered higher than average are a safe bet, even in a pinch. Okay. An individual, 150, gotta remember that. An individual's level of professionalism may rise and fall over the course of their career. Energy shows how tired your policemen are. The less energy your police have, the less reliable they work. Okay. And a policeman who is exhausted might fall asleep at the wheel or take critical error on the job. Your employees lose 1 point of energy after each working day and restore 1 point after a day of rest. Oh, interesting. Okay. Your employees don't tell you everything. Some additional characteristics are hidden from view. For instance, some cops are lazy and will come up with any reason they can think of to take the day off, while others like to drink too much. You can only guess about these things, but you should be able to draw your own conclusion based on behavior. Okay. This is shift B. So I know there's other things, like certain police officers won't work back-to-back either days or shifts, so they won't work like the A shift and B shift. Some police officers won't work with certain people, stuff like that, so it gets a little tricky. Oh my god, 5 professionalism, yikes. And then I guess these are our police officers, and these are our detectives, and I know detectives like look at cases. I don't know if they could be used for anything else. Can't really pick anyone. I guess it's just forcing me to go out with these people at the beginning. This is Freeburg. Music's kind of loud. I'm gonna turn that down probably. Responding to calls is the bread and butter of police work. You'll need to send your police officers to the crime scene before the timer expires. A mark on the map shows where the call came from. The further away the call is from the police station, the longer it will take for them to get there. So the longer your people will be tied up and unavailable to
110 in progress.
every day hit. The easiest way to determine how difficult the task might be is to check how many units you are allowed to send in call. More units you can't send, the more serious they might be throughout, particularly situations in the option of sending SWAT. It must be the number of slides is not the only thing you consider when you build a mission from location to the presence of weapons. This may tell you how seriously it should be taken. A mission might look simple at first glance until it turns into a serious call. Okay, so I know there's false alarms. I think this is all randomly generated in a way. Then, yeah, so like this is just a hit and run. So a married couple exited a convenience store and saw a man in the parking lot back then. The homeless man Jesus who'd been digging through a trash can. The driver drove out to help him once he saw a man hit a bum. He got back in the van, quickly drove away. So how this works is the more professionalism they have, the more likely they'll be good at like taking care of whatever the problem is. This seems like a pretty easy one. So it's just a hit run, so you just gotta get the license plate, right? So I'm just gonna send like 2 shitty officers out to that. It's just so old, dude. What should we do? What can she help?
311A in progress.
Like, so a theater manager reports that during a showing of Citizen Kane, a drug man attempted to force a okay, so that's like a big deal. So we'll send Purdy and Asano. So I'm worried about sending 2 people at a time, but hopefully you guys already know what I'm talking about too. If everything goes well, the police capture the criminals in nobody's eyes. Sometimes the criminals manage to escape. Just try to avoid any dead cops or something that actually could be arrested. Professionalism.
311A complete.
And the thought, yeah. That's beautiful. That's pretty easy so far.
910C in progress.
Armed robbery. 3 teenagers armed with a shotgun robbed a videotape store and made off with their whole collection of adult movies. Jesus. The criminals flooded a car. The store manager wrote down the car's license plate owner is Janet Brown, who lives in the suburbs. Okay, so we're going to go to Janet Brown's house. Teenagers with a shotgun. I don't believe it's going to be that big of a deal. Like, teenagers, I don't think they're going to go around with a shotgun. So I'm just going to send one person. They're going to go take care of it.
311A in progress.
Fight. Johnson, Jurgen, and Kat's law firm. A brother and sister clashed with each other over the deceased father's will. According to one of the lawyers, we don't dare separate them from our security guard. It's off duty. Okay, well, that's stupid. I feel like that might be a false alarm. I guess it's not, because they're actually deciding. I have a lot of officers out right now. It's okay. I guess what I'm going to have to start doing is grouping the shitty officers with the really good ones to up that professionalism.
412A in progress.
Let's see. Assault in the ghetto. A passerby saw some teenagers attacking an elderly musician and run away with his guitar and money. Alright. I'm going to send Purdy back out there. Price is like super useless. I'm going to send her when I don't think it needs anything serious. So we're going to look at Austin a little bit.
Officer on scene.
When the cops aren't sure how to
Looks like
proceed,
we
they'll
have a
contact you and
situation
ask you how to
here.
handle the situation. Try to deal with it. Like we do this all the time on this stuff. You've played all the problems that we played. The vehicle in question is parked outside the Brown residence. The tower's not even going. Okay. The sounds of moaning and loud laughter can be heard through the. Oh, so this is the kids. Just knock on the door.
910C complete.
Yeah, for the car. Not bad. I think that would be too much of an issue.
311A complete.
Offender caught during the fight. Cool. Shot Mason. It's a good start. Can't imagine every day is going to go this well, but. 6:30. I don't know what the shift is. 12 and 12, I guess. I didn't see what time we started.
412A complete.
Offender caught. Sweet. Officers unharmed. Everyone's happy. It's a pretty good little group we got here. End the day, I guess. If you think you'll need a couple of extra hands tomorrow, you can order any cop to come in and work overtime. But if they're working flat out, they'll be much more exhausted. If they're working flat out, I don't know, but mistake. Oh, wow, we got a lot of people. Okay. It's kind of a weak unit, though. He's really good. Snowball's awesome. Everyone else, they kind of leave a lot to be desired, but that's okay, I guess. Roy's fucking useless. It's Price 2.0. Yeah, I don't think I need to have anyone do overtime. well-balanced team.
Used to be when I asked Kendrick to stay late at the office, he liked to grumble and crack wise. Nowadays, he doesn't have the strength for it. Slumped shoulders, blank stare, wrinkled skin. The past few weeks, I don't hardly recognize my old friend. In his younger years, he reminded me of a gallant royal officer in an old Kipling story. Kendrick isn't just crumbling under the weight of the public pressure, but from the shame of it all. Internal Affairs raided the library he inherited from his grandfather, hoping they'd find buckets of cash stashed in the pages. Heard about the look on his face, the fearless policeman standing helpless in horror. I've known Francis for 30 years. The past 20 years he's played loose with the law. And I know that at a certain point every stolen dollar brings more misery than anything else. Probably sounds crazy, but I sympathize with the guy. What can I do? Your friends are your friends, and these are the waters we swim in.
Called all of the people on that list today. Now they know you're in business, so you could get a call from any of them. You don't need to worry about any of them. I've cleared them all.
And what kind of business are we talking
Yeah,
here?
that's what I was wondering.
It's nothing too serious, just like you asked. Should be just a few small favors. Payments will vary depending on the situation and who you're dealing with. How much are you looking to earn?
$500,000.
$500,000? Why not a whole million?
Because everybody wants to take $1 million. Figured I'd try something different.
$500,000 in 180 days?
I see.
Well, you could earn it all above board if you netted all the big fish and hit all your bonuses.
Never knew you for a fisherman.
Well, you never got into my business, and I'm not trying to get into
So,
yours. But be
Boyd
careful
asked
about
Kendrick
bringing in any other cops. Sooner or later,
To
they'll
give him
put
like a
the
list of
finger
guys
on
that
you.
can
And,
spend some
and one
money
more
towards
thing,
the
Jack.
police force. to
I
help
remember
handle
what
stuff
you
like
said, but I should probably add one more name to that list. Christopher Sand.
Sand. Christopher G. Sand. Everyone knows the name, but few could tell you who he is. The old man stays away from the spotlight. Always wears old-fashioned jeans and knitted sweaters. Gives to charity. Rarely attends social events. An avid hunter, I hear. Even dabbles in poetry. You'd never guess he's the head of the oldest and most powerful gang in the city. Goes back as far as his great-grandfather. And Sand is strict about following the old rules. He rarely involves himself in commonplace murders and robberies. Hardly needs to intimidate anyone to get his point across. The people who work for him each have their sphere. They provide protection where needed, even work with the authorities when they want to make a deal. Meanwhile, Sand pulls the strings without getting his hands dirty. People sometimes mistake his quiet approach. A couple years ago, an arms dealer decided to expand its business without asking permission, and his whole family paid the price. In 4 weeks, Sand killed 31 people. Old men, women, even a few teenagers. And Sand's people made sure every paper reported it. Frank, I don't want to hear you say that name again.
Jack, please, listen to me. I'm in with these guys.
We agreed, Frank. That's not the kind of business I'm into. I don't go there. Never have, never will.
That's some foreshadowing. We'll see about that. Day 3. Francis Kendrick announces retirement date. Legendary singer Gennaro Crespo comes to Freebird. Sweet, I guess. Construction of Cinema Museum postponed again. When a police officer is too tired to be effective, he will ask for a day off. Sometimes officers will request days off even when they're full strength. Some of the reasons you'll hear are far-fetched, while some are very serious. Don't overindulge your subordinates. But don't antagonize them either. Remember that everybody's got secrets, and you've got to make sure these guys have your back. Okay. Oh, already with this shit. I accidentally broke my bathroom mirror while I was getting ready for work. My dad always said that 7 years of bad luck, but I know That's a silly superstition. It'll probably only last 7 hours. But it might be a good idea for me to take the day off. No. Even though you suck. In addition to their performance ratings, police officers also possess a rank. Employees begin at the lowest rank and be elevated in rank with 1, 2, or 3 stripes. Once a week, you can pass out stripes and improve the rank of an employee. If you think that if no one is worthy of the honor some week, you can postpone the ceremony till later. Insignias won't go until your people are ready. Won't go out. Employees of rank not only increase in professionalism, but also learn to command. Whenever a ranking officer is on the scene, his or her colleagues are more likely to perform better than usual. Sometimes when cops get rank, they start thinking more seriously about their service. This can mean less drinking and more time spent on the job. Some of them might even turn out to be dependable. I have 2 stripes to give out, but I don't know anything about these guys. Stovall already has a stripe, and he's kind of the man, so I'm kind of thinking I might just give one to Stovall, actually. There you go. That's all I want. Freiburg isn't one of those cities where you listen to what they say or nothing at all. Wait. It's not one of those cities where you listen to what they say or nothing at all. You can always select a new song from your collection and play anytime, just like in real life. Well, the life of your grandfather. That's kind of cool. Let's try that one. I like bow ties. Don't You Leave Me Here, Pierce Pickering, Barrel House Jazz Band. Sure, let's do it. Nice. Let's learn how to fire in the fire
Don't you leave me here.
So,
Don't you leave me here.
you can have a certain number of paid job openings.
If you must go,
applicant.
sweet
Job
mama,
slots are separated between
please leave
officers
it
and
down
detectives.
and forbid
Also, I have to hire her.
rooster crow
Political views and about the truth.
and the head
I have to
went
hire her.
around.
I'm gonna hire her.
She said if you want
Balance things out.
my fricassee, you'll have to
Freeze that. Hire
run me
her.
down.
Oh, it's time to fire? Boy, for sure, right? If you have legal grounds for termination, no one will ask any questions. You might need to fire them anyway. Legality be damned, but that could lead you additional proceedings, and your other staff will become more worried about keeping their jobs than they are about actually doing their jobs. Another way to free up a slide is to have a police officer killed. Yikes. Too old? You can not fire for too old. That's illegal. Didn't come to work. Came to work drunk. Sorry, too old, my man.
I'm Alabama bound,
Wait, I'm sorry.
Alabama bound. I followed you round from town
I
to
feel like I have enough
town.
detectives right
I'm
now.
Alabama
I don't know if like I will for sure, and this seems like it. He's pretty good.
Don't you leave me here.
Shift B is pretty solid, man. Shift A can do some fun. I might move him to Shift B. This guy for Shift B. Maybe the balance.
11 in progress.
Vandalism. We received a frightened call from the local cathedral this morning. The abbot discovered that someone entered the old cemetery during the night. The old yards keeps overpainted with satanic symbols, and some of them broken into pieces. Seems there are even marks on the shovel, but the abbot will say no more. What do we do about this? Let's send some of these guys out. Man, I don't even want to send. I'm just gonna send grants only. I feel like it might be a false alarm or something, you know? Let's say one. That's a police station. We have a police fucking big.
211 in progress.
Atticus Tower. Businessman Harley Joe is looking out his window, saw two teenagers scratching offensive slogans on his new car. So we're gonna send Birch, Samadhi. Seems pretty easy. Dealing with teenagers pretty easy in general, I feel like. That sucks. So the offender is still there, I'm surprised. Eddie's Burgers, suspicious individual. A waitress named Mila, whatever, reports that she just served chicken, Eddie, and Diet Coke to a indiscriminate she's seen on television just this morning. The culprit sitting at the I call bullshit. I'm just gonna send Birch only. Call him BS.
211
Report. Offender escapes. Man. Come on, guys.
complete.
Wait 2 seconds. Figured. King Louis nightclub. Mr. Boyd, my bouncer stuffed himself with Mexican food again, and now he can't get off the can. Meantime, the line outside the club is stretching around the block. We need someone outside who can tell the cool guys from the punks. Alright, Grant, let's try this again. Maybe don't fuck up this time. She's a girl, though. That might cause issues.
B in progress.
Okay. Drug sales, Christopher G. Sands Ice Arena. An anonymous call just came in. A clown carrying balloons at the skating rink selling crack to teenagers. Unbelievable. That's seems like another fake one. I'm gonna send Van Dahl and Birch. Try to get these guys a little bit better, but it's only bringing these guys down.
411.
Sorry, Chief, but I quit. In one night, I pulled in more cash than I earned in a month working at this time. What? Oh, that bitch, dude. I got $4,500, I guess. I can't believe she quit. Suicide threat. A naked man carrying a canister of gasoline is threatened to set himself on fire unless his favorite chewing gum becomes popular. Okay, let him do it. Who cares? All right, Birch and Stovall. Let's go. Let's go, Stovall. Get Birch fucking in shape here. Oh, Birch Jr. I didn't even realize. Oh my God, that's a nightmare of a duo if I've ever seen one. Birch Jr. and Birch really gonna give me hell, I imagine.
Looks like we have a situation
As
here.
police arrive, the clown is seen making balloon animals for kids. Take the clown onto the ice and round up any witnesses. Cover up in a raincoat and pretend to be an innocent customer. Carefully watch the clown.
1111 B.
Thunder escape. Fuck. I'm a bad police chief, guys. I am not a good police
411
chief. Suicide threat. How did that end? Fender caught, baby. That boy Stovall. Carry these fools. That was the end of the day. Okay. So she's gone off 50 now. That means I can hire someone. Let's just end it. Robespierre to reveal his identity when the time is right. Feminist organization denied official registration. Enemies using feminists to destroy Freeburg. That seems legit. Damn feminist, man.
Whenever I'm alone at home and there's a knock at the door, I always hope it'll be my wife, Laura. She's always forgetting her keys.
Hello, my name is Steve, and you're Jack Boyd, is that right?
To get to my front door, the Bible boys walked about a mile from the local bus stop, jumping over mud puddles and skirting a couple of landfills. Laura doesn't go in for religion either, but according to her, these brave lunatics with their fake smiles deserve at least a minute of attention. She patiently listens to them, asks them questions, regales them with pastries, and never once dropping a hint of condescension. When I watch her do it, I've got to admit it gets me. I'd have hugged those boys, sat with them on the porch, and lit up a cigar. But a month after Laura left, all I could do was quietly ask them not to bother me. Today I'm a little rougher still. Shut the door on his nose this time. Another couple weeks at this rate, and I'll be greeting anyone who comes close with my service pistol pointed towards the sky, ready to fire my warning shots.
Very personable, this guy.
In my life, even the basic stuff never goes like it's supposed to. Normally, when a wife is going to leave home, she'll make a scene, or at least sit everyone down for a serious conversation. But Laura just disappeared. The children in the stories always stand on the side of the mother, but all three of our sons supported me. The in-laws always blame the husband for making their daughter unhappy. But now Sally, Laura's mother, well, we sort of have a pact. The fellow Laura ran off with is young enough to be her son.
Thanks.
I hear he's 30 years old. Of all the possible information a man can know about his wife's lover, I get hit with that. Fortunately, Laura's mother doesn't like the way it sounds either. Sally figures this guy just thought he'd have some fun with a mature woman, but he'll be back chasing college girls before the year is out. So we have an agreement. Sally's gonna track down Laura and try to reason with her, and we'll arrange a meeting. Meanwhile, I'm supposed to not do anything stupid, which of course means anything at all. It's a crazy situation. I'm the police chief, and the person I'm trusting to find my wife is an old woman armed with a phone book. But I can't afford to lose Sally as an ally. So for the moment, I had to swallow my pride.
Hello.
Mrs. Markham, this is Boyd.
Oh, is there any news?
That's what I wanted to ask you. Have you found anything? An address, phone number? Have you spoken to her?
Don't worry, Jack. I've narrowed the range to 2 suspects, or whatever you like to say at your police building.
At my police building, we find people faster than a funny old woman chirping on the phone with my wife's girlfriends.
Oh, you're an old man, Jack.
Look at her.
Come to your
Look at her
senses. They
painting
give
of her
us straight
dog.
odds on the street. But I've got more energy, Jack. Maybe you think I'm a foolish old woman, but I go to my book club, argue with the girls about Byron, and it gives me energy. I talk to my dogs, and it gives me energy. And you have nothing, Jack. You don't even have a hobby. You got no passion. It's why Laura left you.
Let's not go back into that, Sally. Find my wife, and we can discuss my hobbies later.
Police
I'm
chief
waiting
doesn't
for
need
your
a hobby.
call, and my patience is running thin. Laura, if you've stopped loving me, I'll let you go. I can't expect the impossible from you. Just don't let me die out here, okay?
I think I remember. I think the objective of this one, I guess, is like 500,000. Doesn't really tell you though. You just kind of go. City officials want to demolish my house because of some bureaucratic error. If I don't resolve the problem today, my family's gonna have to find another place. What? Yes, I'll come tomorrow. Stripes. None of you deserve stripes. You all fucking suck. Actually, Purdy was pretty good, but not right now. Let's see which song this time. Let's go with these guys. Look fun. Pierce Pickering, Ragtime 5, Sweet Ginger Green. Okay. I want more records, man. Looks like a lot more can go there. Oh, that didn't take long. Alright. Destruction of property. A member of the city's cleaning crew saw an elderly man approaching some expensive cars in the parking lot carrying a long ladder around Full Street. Could hear him shouting, "Bastards, Steve, what's this? Sounds fake." Man, yeah, I don't think it's real, so I'm gonna say just those two. Get it done. I have to be professional. Fuck. Someone took this serious crime and flees the scene. The case goes through detectives. Okay. Black. Okay, let's switch. They investigate this crime scene, interview witnesses, and gather whatever information seems pertinent. accident. One of your detectives will be the lead investigator on the case. You can decide additional detectives to the case who will work under the lead investigator's subordinates.
I'll take 10
the lead investigator will work with
now that we've met.
Look at the
That sweet
Brito, dude,
ginger
the
green.
guy. Okay, Brito, go for
That
it.
is for
Black
dangerous,
activist
so
Ronnie
I'm
Moore
told.
was found
I
shot
know
outside
just what
Ooh,
they mean.
this is a little more serious.
Gotta be bold. The whole sweet ginger
The
green.
Brito.
She's sweeter than soup.
Let me go to affairs and hire someone
And
else.
Georgia Brown beats Lulu too. When she's back
I
in
like
town,
you're hired.
now she can shimmy like Sister Kate. She's a dancing queen, fit for a king. Swing sweet ginger green.
I guess might as well just hire a detective. Where's? Oh yeah, he. I was gonna say where was he, but got him the day off, so I'm gonna put this person on shift day. Okay. Fire all black cop. Wait, what? The racist gang has recently made some trouble in the city. They're capturing black townspeople and beating them to death. They recently sent a message to local radio station promising to kill all the black doctors, firemen, and police. Jesus. We don't need any more dead police, especially not mere months before the election. The racists are gaining more and more followers, and even some of your citizens support them. You'll have to fire all black cops. Next day, do them out. Do I have to? Because what do I have? 1. 2, 3. I have 3, 4 if you include 5 if you include detectives. No chance I'm doing that. 6, yeah. So well, no. Fuck the racist gang, dude. They're not gonna stop there. City Hall
113
is
progress.
nuts. It's a weird thing for City Hall.
Now
The
she can
gas
shimmy
station
like
surveillance camera
Sister
recorded a
Kate.
car that's
She's just a
stolen
dancing
vehicles.
queen.
Ooh, okay. It's kind of a big
Fit
deal.
for a king.
Kochi.
Swing sweet
Suck them.
ginger, swing
Go
sweet
crazy.
ginger green.
212 complete.
Fuck, dude. They're always escaping. Alright. I'm gonna have to start sending higher rank or higher officers with higher professionalism. God, if I could speak a full sentence, that'd be nice. I'm gonna spend officers with higher professionalism out on cases. I think I'm gonna try to avoid the lower ones because they just seem to be real shitty. Investigation started. Okay. Detectives have interviewed witnesses, collected evidence, and are pursuing the investigation. Expect results. So we know he came out, and we know he got shot. So I guess I gotta kind of put it together. Oh, okay. Mr. Graham. Eric Graham is a drunk witness. They drove by in a sedan, and they shot like a machine gun. I didn't see much, okay? I only heard a few muffled shots. He got what he deserved. He's been causing trouble for a long time, and recently there's been lots of cursing and carrying on. It's mean. I don't remember the car, and the neighborhood was quiet. I never heard any shots. That's interesting. The police these days don't do nothing. I almost died myself. I went to buy some medicine and was nearly hit by some idiot's car. Okay. Oh, we'll see. Hey, I want more music. That was fast. What is this? Bud meets Bob. Okay. Got 7 out of 500.
1210 in progress.
Suspicious individual. Corey Ramsey, mother of 7 children, been arrested for 2 months. Suspicious man laying back from the single on a bench near the playground. Watching the children play around and take several photographs. Could be a perv. Could be
Looks like we have a situation here.
carjacking suburb. The driver is nowhere to be seen. Search the car.
113.
Undercaught. He's in the car. Cool. I like Kochi. She seems solid. Not as good as Purdy, but Purdy is. I see what I did there. So
1210.
far, 4. Unescaped. attending Freeburg's first martial arts club. Oh, nice. And for my first exhibition, I want to learn the sparring match where one of my students takes on your toughest guy. After the fight, I'll teach your man a few tricks, something that will help him out on the streets. Oh, okay. You're pretty, dude. She looks like she can whoop some ass. I'm really curious how that's gonna end. Report. Investigation failed. All detectives are dead or fired. They killed her? Whoa! I didn't expect that. I need another detective. You look like a no bullshit kind of lady. Very useful, right? What's this?
311A in progress.
Fight. Kevin's throat bar. That's quite the name. The bartender reports that a couple dancers started fighting over tips and campfire broke out on stage. Once of the lady. Nancy's handsome, just in case there's some new ladies.
311A in progress.
Octopus restaurant. Octopus restaurant. The bartender reported a fight that has broken out between a patron and the bar's bouncer. The man apparently tried to find out the same for focusing and performing and tried to save the Now I'm worried if I get another call, I got some new jokers.
We've got a situation here.
On the stage, our two strippers fighting is going beyond arguing to a full cat fight. The bouncer is fast asleep. Clearly two ways to handle the situation. The representations are happy watching. I feel like if I turn off the lights and shut off the music, everyone's going to be mad. If I draw my weapon, that causes issues, so I'm just going to yell at them. Oh shit, the strippers are continuing fighting oblivious. Okay, ask the bartender for a man, step onto the stage and try to separate the girls while strippers go at it and don't go through. Oh man, that's going to be dangerous. They're going to get hurt. I'm just going to throw some water on them.
311A complete.
Shit. God damn it. A little bad police chief, guys. We're definitely learning that real quick here.
311A complete.
Oh, I gotta look at that. Okay. Chief, I just about nailed a jab a couple of times, but he was too fast for me and won on points. I don't really understand the rules, so I can't keep track of points very well. But he was alright. Even showed me a few tricks after the match. I got carried away a little and pulled it back. I guess I don't have a choice. Officers caught. Or, yeah, offender caught. Officers unharmed. What was happening there? Oh, the drunk guy was jumping on stage, yeah. It's the end of the day. Okay, well. I don't know, was that a good day? No, because she died. Ugh, that scares me. Yeah, and the shootings, I should probably do 2 detectives. That was probably a little dumb of me. Retired police officer Thomas Blaine shoots pregnant woman. Yikes. Officer Blaine explains, I thought she was a suicide bomber. Yikes. Mary Rogers, city has no problems with racists. What? Oh, city has it, not City Hall. I read it as City Hall. Okay.
Why would a man need a barn? To store all the stuff you can't bring home. About 30 years ago, back when I was young and interested in farming, I carried all kinds of junk home. After a day in the field, I'd come home with buckets, shovels, dirty boots and clothes, and instantly transform the living room. But even back then, there's something I always kept in the barn.
Drugs. No drugs. Nice, dude.
I stopped keeping my pills inside the house because every time I was about to take a triple, someone would knock on my bedroom door. Now they're knocking on my barn door. Well, fine. It's not every day that someone comes to visit your barn.
That's some painkiller problems.
In all the years we worked together, Kendrick never came to visit the house. We drank at bars, went fishing, went to the mountains, even chased off some poachers one time. But he never came for dinner with the family. We never watched football over here. And now he's brought his friends to visit my barn.
Mafia friends, probs.
I always try to look unsurprised, like it's an everyday thing to get visitors at the old barn, especially guests with their own personal bodyguards. But Kendrick is sharp enough to see he's caught me with my pants on backwards.
Sorry for the surprise, Jack. We saw you from the car. Figured we'd find you in here. I'm going in for a minute, fellas. These guys will wait outside.
Voice acting is like incredible in this game. Usually video games are pretty doo-doo.
How long you been dating the lover boys?
They're Sans people, Jack.
Yeah. So now you're appearing in public with members of the Mafia?
Jack, I'm leaving tonight. More like fleeing. Jenny and I are taking the girls and making a run for it. Probably won't be seeing each other again. I've got new documents, a new name, a new life, everything new.
The papers say you're still working your last week for the department.
I've got to get out today. I won't be getting another chance. Don't know if you noticed, but the whole city is against me.
You told your Mafia friends about your plans.
Jackie, if I don't fix everything with them in the next few hours, they're going to kill me. And not just me. My family, my relatives, God, Jack, I don't know who else. They found out that I was planning to run and they demanded that we close our contract today.
Your contract, Frank? Really? Is that how you talk now? Maybe you should call in the lawyers to straighten all this out.
Now is not the time, Jack, please. I have a commitment to them until the end of the year.
That have to be it.
They need an inside line at police headquarters. I can't just give them back the money. That's not how the Mafia works. If I can't find someone I can trust tonight, I'm dead. You know me, Jack. I wouldn't ask you if I wasn't afraid they'd cut my daughters to pieces before sunrise.
He's the damn fool who puts his daughters in the crosshairs in the first place. Anyone in my place would have dressed him down good. But I didn't want to pile it on. Fate's already got this guy's soul in the grinder.
Ugh. I know I had to make decisions in this game. That kind of is yuck. Oh, what am I going to do? If I accept, or if I agree to help him, he'll be happy and he can flee and no one dies, but that puts my family and me in danger. That means I have to work with the Mafia. If I refuse to help him, he's dead, his family's dead, who else, who knows. I could even be dead. The Mafia can make life a living hell at the police station, or better yet, they'll find someone else as a contact in the police station. It'll be someone I can't control. Oh, I'm gonna help him. Like, if I refuse to help him, for sure things are gonna be bad, right? Like, a bunch of people die. The Mafia probably gets a weird in at the police station that gives me issues. But this, like, things could definitely go bad, but they might not. But they probably will.
Give him my phone number and tell him it's done. Don't call me. Don't come to work today. I don't want to see or hear from you again. Time for you to go.
Jack,
Get the fuck out of my nice cozy barn, Frank. At the time, I was trying not to think about what just happened. It was almost too much to take in. I'm probably the most popular police chief in the history of the city, and I have to admit, I've thought about that more than once, sometimes with a little pride even. In one of the features they wrote about me in the papers, they said it pretty plain. He catches the criminals. Believe me, high praise like that is unheard of in Freeburg, especially for a cop. And here I am, the person who catches criminals, and I've agreed to help the Mafia, or I'll come home to a bag stuffed with my kids' body parts. Right before the last hammer falls. Hey, remember that cop who caught criminals? It turns out he was a Mafia bitch. And all for the sake of a greedy, corrupt cop who should have fled the country years ago. That sound right to you?
I don't know if I made the right decision. Gotta help him though. Oh, man, I don't know. Gotta look out for number 1 first. I probably already fucked up. I drank too much. Can't hold it in. Can I go home? Yes, play tomorrow, dude. That sucks. He's my second best one. But if he's drunk, I'm not gonna. I mean, how useful is he, right? Yeah, I don't know how good anyone else is yet, really. So. John Sangster, singing him. No matter your personal relationship with the city's administration, the station is at their mercy. In order to maintain reasonable working conditions, you have to send appropriate requests to the voters. Decisions from City Hall depend on whether they're satisfied with your work. You can send requests every 5 days. The fools in charge of the city may refuse them outright or accept only some of your requests. It's only ask for your work. I'm okay on that right now. Another detective might be nice. Another detective would be pretty nice. When he died, I would like to do 2 per investigation.
10 in progress.
Alright, disorderly conduct. Every morning there's a dirty, piss-soaked bum sleeping at the cafe. There's no way and growls at anyone for scaring off customers. He's probably fine. He's probably not a bad dude. Two officers asking me to stop being a butthole.
910 in progress.
Robbery at the Touch of Dionysus liquor store. A witness looked on from the window while an armed man with a stocking on his head entered from the nearby liquor store. What if it's just cold? I don't buy this one. I said the Birch Boys. I don't buy this one. If it's our actual armed robber though, I'm kind of fucked. Like, could be 2 dead officers, a dead fucking civilian.
311A in progress.
Hot dog vendor reports that he saw 2 Elvis impersonators rapping right there on the sidewalk. They're swearing in Spanish. Alright, boys, go get it.
210.
Oh my goodness. Alright, let's see. Oh, okay, I got paid. That's nice. 1,200 a week, that's not the best. I'm not doing it. Trying to escape. Man, they're so trash, dude. My police department is a fucking
Officer on
dumpster
scene.
fire. The shop has 2 residents from which
Situation.
3 people have already fled. What's happening in here? Oh, the armed robbery. Oh shit, it's legit? Right through the front window. That's what I'm fucking talking about. I'm just gonna go through main entrance. Stick-up man noticed the police presence and took the cashier hostage. He's holding his gun to the hostage, so it's real fuck. Shouting back, I'll rumble his goddamn brains off. While the cashier is yelling in another language. Just saying. Robert Rose visibly nervous. Don't shoot, please. I just need the money. I'll just take a little bit and go. No one was hurt. I'll let you leave here, but only if you There's 2 ways out of the shop and cuffs are in the body bag. He's nervous, dude. We got him.
910.
Oh, damn it. Oh, no. No! Oh, God, that went horrible. 2 officers, both of my officers died. A civilian died. Yikes. I thought we had him. Oof, dude. Oof. Oof. An antique Chinese necklace. That could not have gone worse. I'm the worst police chief ever. An antique Chinese necklace was stolen from Bao Liang while she was on the way to the pawn shop. This is not a big deal, so these boys. Jack, this year, the organizers of the Golden Beast Hunt suddenly changed the rules of the annual shooting contest and now features teams instead of singles. Can you send me to the finest marks and other winner of the wellness competition? Yeah, I'm not gonna send those guys anywhere right now. It's a hot one today, and a lot of people are going for a swim. Last week, we were drowned in the beaches, and the press was in an uproar. Please send someone to keep it. I'm not gonna send Stonewall. Just stop fucking drowning.
311 day completion.
Switch for shift day. BT dubs. Already running out of opportunities here. There's a fight now. Let's report. Defenders escaped. Am I doing bad, or is this how it's supposed to go? I'm not too sure. Yikes. Alright. At a gallery exhibition entitled Sex Operation, a gang of young people in ski masks forced their way in and began smashing the exhibits. We don't need to shoot our shooter. I don't want to send Stonewall alone. Yeah, look how many people you need. I'm going to wait a second. Maybe someone will get back in time. 10, 9, 8. I want to send these guys with Stonewall. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh man, I gotta send someone. I gotta. And now they're coming back with us. Oh no, they're back. Damn it. We did it, Boyd. We won. The Ernest really know a lot about shooting. Even taught us a thing or two. He met us hunting. Out hunting somebody, so we'll be taking a day off. Wow. Fuck you guys. Investigation started. Okay. So she's there, and then she's there without stuff. Okay. Bao Liang, this is the victim. Me and my husband got into a difficult financial situation. I was going to a pawn shop, or I was going to pawn an antique necklace, which has been in my family for many centuries. As I was carrying the necklace to the pawn shop, someone ripped the bag from my shoulder and disappeared. I didn't have time to do anything, not even cry out. Offers, wait, I don't see the necklace out here. Oh, it was in the bag. Okay. The offender, Dwayne Fishman, is a witness. These are all just witnesses. Okay. The offender was on a motorcycle. He drove down the road, grabbed the bag, and then escaped. Drove down the road, grabbed the bag, and escaped. I tried to race after him, but I didn't even have time to see if it was a man or woman. I couldn't see his face, but he was dressed in a jacket like those other bikers who hang around the street corners. It was definitely not a local biker. They are bald and have beards, but this guy looked Asian, probably Japanese or Chinese. I don't see a weapon in his hand. I didn't see a weapon in his hand. I just saw him grab the bag and run off. So most people think it's a guy, definitely not from around here, Asian. Okay. Man, I'm so nervous about Stonewall right now. I should not have sent him alone.
212.
Oh yeah, Robert, report. You have 3 new frames. So he drives up, grabs the bag. Oh, that was easy. Huan Yin Lin, Chinese immigrant, recently expelled from university. Okay. Your detectives have information on the whereabouts of the suspect. Sometimes there might be a number of locations to choose from. To carry out the arrest, 2 officers must escort the lead investigator to the apprehended suspect. If the lead investigator is not on duty, the arrest will have to wait, but remember the fugitives will listen patiently. Okay. Also, reminder that criminals will react in different ways. A frightened thief is likely to surrender as soon as the game is up. A brutal killer might want to see just how many he can take with him. With more dangerous criminals, it's safer to send an experienced officer or the SWAT team. He's just a robber, so I think we can just do this. We'll get him. What happened here? Oh, wow. Stonewall's the man, dude.
211 in progress.
Atticus Tower. The guard went out for a smoke and saw a teenager writing obscenities on the wall. I chased the brat up a tree. You can take it from here. I literally can't. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nope, no one's back yet.
211.
Damn, he just came back. Damn, that was him. robbery. Under caught. Nice job, boys. We were able to arrest all suspects. Ooh, that's pretty good. Alright. Cool. Looks like tomorrow is going to be a long day. More like the first of a lot of long days. There's just too much going on. Alright. It's looking pretty good. Good things happen, bad things happen. Obviously, rip Birch brothers, or Birch family. I feel bad, honestly. Got both of them killed. Yeah, I did not handle that well. I thought I had them by the bootstraps, but should have just shot them. I'm going to shoot them. Whatever. They're criminals, dude. That's what they get. Hopefully Drunky doesn't become too much of a problem. Are the shifts okay? I feel like they're kind of shitty. Yeah, I gotta move somewhere from shift B over. I don't think I can do that here. That's okay. That's a good place to stop, obviously. Thanks for watching, guys. My name's CrinkleChips. Like, share, comment, subscribe if you liked it. Also, tell me what you think of 1 hour episodes. I always do a half hour for all my other shit, if you've seen anything else. So, I'm going with the 1 hour episodes. People have been requesting it. Well, the people as in, like, the 4 people that watch me. But, yeah. I think I kind of like this better. I didn't feel so rushed and stuff, and kind of got into it. I kind of want to keep going. Pretty tired, but I probably will. I'll probably record another episode. We'll see. You guys won't know the difference, though. So, thanks for watching. Thanks. You guys are the best. Bye.